Good morning. It is Monday, April 22nd, and this is Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and the Ave Maria Radio app. I'm Matthew Handley. There is an organization in our backyard that is taking care of the terminally ill. More on that shortly, but first, your local weather and this news. The Diocese of Kalamazoo has released a list of people that are now banned from working or volunteering with children. Bishop Edward Lohse says the people on the list have been credibly accused of actions that disqualify them, including sexual abuse.
In many ways, this perhaps should have been done a lot sooner. I came in July, and it has been a priority of mine since I came. It has taken us a while to get all of the research done that necessarily has to happen before this is published.
The bishop said the actions that led to being banned include providing pornography to minors, possessing or using child pornography, physical abuse of minors, sexual abuse or sexual assault of minors, not acting to prevent abuse they knew was happening, and failing as a mandated reporter to report allegations of abuse of minors. He says the list has been released as the Attorney General's office is expected to release its investigation into how the Diocese of Kalamazoo handled sexual abuse cases. Previously, Attorney General Dana Nessel released reports on the Diocese of Marquette and the Diocese of Gaylord. Michigan authorities say 2 children were killed and at least 12 others were injured when a drunk driver crashed into a children's birthday party. The Monroe County Sheriff says the vehicle drove into a building in the town of Newport, south of Detroit, on Saturday afternoon. Police say the 66-year-old woman behind the wheel was intoxicated and is being held in the county jail. Former Warren Mayor Jim Fouts is filing paperwork to run for the Michigan House as a Democrat. Fouts was prohibited from seeking a 5th term as mayor due to a term limit policy. Fouts says he is running as a Democrat over concerns about global warming and defending Democratic governments internationally. Fouts will challenge incumbent Democratic Representative Mike McFall. And Governor Gretchen Whitmer is declaring Thursday as Honolulu Blue Day in honor of the city hosting the NFL Draft. Whitmer says as the draft kicks off, she encourages Michiganders to wear their Honolulu blue or silver to show their team pride. The draft begins at noon on Thursday and runs through 6 p.m. on Saturday. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan also declared the day as Honolulu Blue Day in the city. Let's take a look at area sports. In UFL action over the weekend, the Michigan Panthers lost to the San Antonio Brahmas 19-9. They've now fallen to 2-2 for the season. Next week, they take on the Memphis Showboats at 3 p.m. on Sunday. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio and streaming on the Ave Maria Radio app. Your local weather is coming up next. Now this.
This is Franciscan Father Greg Friedman for the Catholic Communication Campaign with a message about faithful citizenship. Jesus shocked the righteous folks of his time when he hung out with sinners and those on the fringes of society. But in Jesus, we see the best of what a human being can be, laying down his life for those he loves. He's the foundation for our conviction that all human life is sacred. We bring this priority to our political choices this election year. For more, go to faithfulcitizenship.org.
Today in the Motor City, we can expect sunny skies with highs in the low 60s. Tonight, some clouds will roll in and temperatures will drop to the upper 40s. Tomorrow, expect showers after 9 a.m. Some wind gusts are possible as well. Highs will be around 60. Tuesday night, the showers clear out, helping Wednesday to look pretty nice with sunny skies and highs near 50. And Thursday, Honolulu Blue Day, as you heard earlier, will be sunny with highs in the mid-50s. In the Saginaw Valley today, we can expect patchy frost until about 10 a.m. Otherwise, it'll be sunny with highs in the low 60s. Tonight, expect some clouds. Lows will dip to the upper 40s. Tomorrow, we can expect showers after 9 a.m. and some wind gusts as well. Highs will be in the lower 60s. Those showers clear out Tuesday night, and Wednesday will be sunny with highs in the upper 40s. And Honolulu Blue Day, as you heard earlier, will be sunny with highs in the mid-50s. Caring for the sick and the dying is one of the corporal works of mercy, and there's a care home for terminally ill people in our backyard. Mother Teresa House takes care of those who might otherwise die alone, regardless of faith, culture, or financial need. Its founder, consecrated Virgin Karen Bussey, joined Vanessa Den Hagarmo on Epiphany.
I worked in hospice care earlier. I was a medical social worker. I went to people's homes. But the first day of that work, I did that many years, but I remember maybe the first week I would notice people needed some support and help. Families needed a hand often, and sometimes there wasn't a family. So that I was aware of this need. It was, but it wasn't until much later that it seemed that the Lord moved me to do something about it myself.
So what were you noticing, I mean, in terms of what terminally ill people were not receiving that you are now providing at Mother Teresa House in Lansing? So
people, we go along, take care of ourselves. We deal with what comes, even with a serious illness, find some way to go forward. But at a point, at the very end of life, you will hit a point usually that you really have to have somebody there. And sometimes it's a lot of us will live alone in our last months and years. Some of us will have maybe a spouse, but the spouse can't do this alone, especially if this is in our very elderly years. That might be too much. Or sometimes we have a loving family, but they cannot do what's needed, like with the day-to-day care around the clock. Maybe they have a large children they're caring for at the same time, or they have disabilities themselves, or whatever it is. So I think we just have to come around each other at that time and help families help each other.
Connect, collaborate, and communicate with the faith community every weekday at noon on Epiphany, right here on Ave Maria Radio. St. Gregory the Great says, no matter what obstacles we encounter, we must not allow them to turn us aside from the joy of that heavenly feast. I'm Matthew Hanley. That does it for this edition of Michigan Mornings. You can stay connected with me on X. I'm at Radio Handley. Be sure to follow Ave Maria Radio on social media as well. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Goodbye.